Thank you for joining us. My name is Todd Burkhart. I'm the president of the Hometown Association Realtors, and we're here with another installment of The More You Know. Today we're going to be talking about advertising and marketing, things that you should be doing and things that maybe you should not be doing. The first thing you want to be doing is always be honest, always be truthful. Create and present a very true and accurate picture of the property that you're marketing. Puffing is allowed, but don't go too far. Don't lie about the property. Always ensure and restate that you are a real estate professional, and if you're a member of the National Association of Realtors, make sure you let people know you're a realtor. And offer a clear, advanced understanding of all the terms, all the conditions of any offering that offers premiums, prizes, any merchandise, any giveaways you're doing as an inducement either to work with you as a buyer's agent or to list their property with you. Another thing to remember is to always disclose the name of the real estate firm that you work for in your advertisement. The license law has changed on August 9th of this year. And so now your brokerage name needs to be at least as large, if not larger, than the agent's name in all of your advertising. Also, make sure you disclose your status if you're an owner of a property that you're selling, or if you have an owner's interest, or if you have a relative's property that you're working with. Make sure you disclose that in all of your advertising. One other thing to think about, though, is to make sure that the information that you have on your website is current and correct. I was a recipient of an audit from IDFPR, so I have some insight into when you need to remove those properties that say sold from your website. There's no actual definite timeline, according to the woman that gave me my audit, but she said 6 months or so is about the legal limit where you can still indicate that it was sold. And of course, if you are the selling agent, you can advertise it as one of the properties you've sold. And also, if you're the buyer's agent, you can advertise it as being sold by you. So just make sure your website information is current and correct. Always include the firm's name and state of licensure in a reasonable and readily apparent manner, making sure it's at least the same size, like I mentioned, or larger than the agent's name or your team name. Always disclose if the information that you're collecting from consumers, if you have a contact form they need to fill out, how that information is going to be shared, or if that information is going to be sold. People are very concerned about their privacy in this day and age. Also, if you have any designations for higher education that you've received, like your ABR or your GRI, or any of the designations or certifications that you attain, make sure that you're current on those dues and you have the ability and the right to use those in your advertising. Also, make sure you disclose, if you are the designated managing broker, that you are the designated managing broker everywhere you advertise, except on your signs. You don't have to do it on your signs, but if it's a print ad, you do need to disclose that you are the designated managing broker, and also on any internet advertising. Your internet advertising basically is going to follow the exact same rules as your print advertising. Now, about some of the things you can't do. Never, ever advertise a listing that's not yours. I know you might see a beautiful kitchen as you're out showing properties to one of your buyers and take a photo of that kitchen and say, if you'd like to see this house, let me know. That's not okay. You can do that if you get permission from the listing agent. And who wouldn't want you to help promote their property? So just ask them, get it in writing, let them know you're going to be posting nice things about their property on the internet. Also, make sure that your pricing is accurate. Don't quote a price on your listing that is not the accurate price, whether it's for a lease or for a rental or for a private sale. Also, don't post a sold sign on the property until it's actually sold, until you go through the closing. You still want to get those leads from our signs. It used to be 70% of our information came from signs. Our phone calls and our leads were all coming from signs. And it's great to put the sold sign out there, but just make sure you have done the closing and you still have the authority from the homeowner to have your sign there. Never engage in deceptive advertising. Never frame in another brokerage's website. Never manipulate listing or other content in your website that may indicate that you work for a company other than the one that you work for. Don't deceptively use meta tags or keywords or any of those things in your website. Make sure all of that information is true. Never mislead consumers. It is our foremost duty to be honest and forthright with all of the consumers we deal with. And last but not least, do not use or register any URLs or domain names that don't reflect what you actually do. Again, that's another form of deception to our consumers. So you want to stay legal, be on the right side of the law, I hope some of these advertising tips have helped you. I've got a couple things for you. If you click on the links below in the comments, you will have a handout of the do's and don'ts of advertising. Also, what I've put together, or I should say, the Illinois Realtors have put together for all of us, is a checklist to make sure that when you go through your advertising, that you are staying legal. We'd like to thank you all for joining us today for this installment of The More You Know. Stay tuned for more helpful information from the Hometown Association Realtors. Have a great day.